Most people think the proverb, Rome wasn't built in a day, is about patience. But that isn't really what it means, because patience is not the real problem. The real problem is something far more common. People start building something, and then they stop long before the structure has time to exist. Look at almost any long-term success: a skill, a career, a reputation, a body of work. From the outside, it looks impressive, almost inevitable. But what we rarely see is the long period where nothing looked impressive at all. Just repetition, small progress, slow accumulation, day after day. This is the phase most people cannot tolerate. The human brain expects feedback. We want proof that what we are doing is working, visible progress, signals, validation. But meaningful things often grow, almost invisibly at the beginning. And that silence creates doubt. At first, people are motivated. They start learning, they start building, they start improving their lives. But after a while, the excitement fades. The work becomes repetitive. The results are still small. And the mind begins asking dangerous questions. Is this worth it? Is this even working? Maybe this isn't the right path. So people stop. Not because the goal was impossible, but because progress felt too slow. And this is where the old proverb appears. Rome wasn't built in a day. Most people hear this sentence as advice about patience, but it is really a reminder about scale. Rome was never one action. It was thousands of small actions repeated over time. Roads, walls, decisions, structures, systems, layer after layer. None of them looked like an empire when they were built. Great structures almost never look impressive while they are being built. One brick doesn't look important. One day of work doesn't feel meaningful. One improvement feels small. But structures do not appear suddenly. They accumulate. Small pieces connect, and eventually something larger appears. From the outside, it looks sudden, but in reality, it is simply the result of time. The difficulty is psychological. Humans struggle with slow progress. We prefer dramatic change, quick results, visible success. But meaningful achievements follow a different rhythm. Quiet repetition, small improvements, long periods where nothing seems extraordinary, until eventually the structure begins to show. And this raises a quiet question. Not about Rome, about us. Every structure starts the same way, with something small, a single brick, a single idea, a single attempt that looks almost meaningless at the time. And if we're honest, most things in the world never become Rome. Not because they couldn't, but because the builders stopped. They placed a few bricks, looked at the unfinished structure, and decided it wasn't worth continuing. So the real question isn't about this proverb. It's about what happens here, with these ideas, with this channel, with the thoughts we are slowly building together. Are we building something brick by brick over time? Or are we just another unfinished foundation? Rome wasn't built in a day, but Rome also wasn't built by people who walked away when the structure was still invisible.